Welcome, everybody, to this week of the Driveway Podcast. I say it a lot. I say we have a good one, but we really have a good one today. We have our old friend back. Natalie Harrington has returned from maternity leave. Happy to have you back. Natalie, how are you doing?
Great.
Thank you for being back because I needed a buffer between Matt and
we missed you a lot.
I'm so glad you're here.
We can all finally
Just
go
a
on
bunch of
vacation.
dudes.
Great.
Yeah.
Looking forward to the next one where it's just me.
Natalie
Yay.
is the main character today, but we also have Matt Smith, deputy editor in studio, and we have Dave Underkoffler, editor-in-chief of AutoList, piping in from California.
Dave,
With a guest.
Who do you got there?
I think her name is Stella.
Well,
I'm not quite sure. We've got 7 dozen babies at home. I think this one is Stella. I had to borrow it from my daughter.
7 dozen.
My favorite part
An
right
oddly
now is
specific
that
number.
the audience, our listeners, have no idea why Dave is wearing.
Or why I'm wearing a child's baby Bjorn. This isn't even for an adult to wear. This is my 6-year-old daughter's toy baby Bjorn.
Yeah. Well,
To hold Stella up.
the audience
why
might know.
Why am I wearing this, Elliot? Tell the
They
crew.
might have clicked on the thumbnail and seen the title. It's Car Shopping with a Family. We are now all officially parents. We're going to talk about what that means as far as buying a car.
Just
and
to be clear, Dave's officially a parent of like live human children too.
Live human
It's not
children.
because he
Yeah.
put that on.
Not just
He's
this.
officially a parent.
so that's our topic today. We're going to get
Not just
into
Stella.
family cars and shopping as a family. But first, we have some news we're going to talk about.
Oh yeah.
So on September.
Well, can I just say,
Please
the
do.
pre-production meeting, we were all supposed to wear baby Bjorns.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to be the only idiot.
That's true.
Dave,
So not only am I the only idiot, it turns out when I asked my wife this morning where all the baby carriers are, she looked at me and like I was crazy because we have a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old, and she's like, we moved, so she's like, I threw them out. We don't need them.
We don't have
They're
them
covered
anymore.
in vomit and spit up. So we don't have them anymore. I couldn't bring them in as a prop, so I had to raid my daughter's toy chest, and this is
Well, we appreciate
I
the
gotta take this
dedication
off.
to the
This is
form.
cutting off circulation to my head.
Comedy is our first calling.
Yeah,
Cars
big,
are second.
Big thank you to your children for the bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Couldn't do it without them.
Because the three of us all forgot. Also, what pre-production meeting?
Hey,
I don't know. It was discussed sometime.
We're
Hey guys, let's do this. You were all like, "Oh yeah, great idea," and then I'm the only idiot this morning with this on.
Well, you're the most dedicated of us, Dave. That is
craft.
for sure.
You're
Okay,
welcome.
News?
Nissan Leaf on Friday. There's news dropping about the Nissan Leaf. We already have news, but we have a review coming up. So on that day, you can go to cargurus.com/research. Check out our review. Matt, who wrote that review?
Who drove it?
The review's done by Steven Edelstein.
Steven. Oh, what a pro.
That'll be a good one.
What a pro this guy.
It will be a good one. He knows what he's talking about.
pro.
He's
Sure
good.
does.
Okay, so let's talk about what we know about the Leaf at this point, because there is some public knowledge. Nissan, we've talked about the Aria before. At least Dave and I recall, are pretty big
Yeah, I'm a
fans
fan
of the Aria.
Yeah.
And this looks a lot more like the
And
Aria.
this is getting a little bit more
looks-
Aria-like.
And the Murano.
Yeah, this is not your father's Leaf. This has definitely evolved into like a truly compelling. The Leaf was always, and I say this with love because my sister owns a Leaf and she loves it. But the Leaf was always one where like if people ask you like, oh, what EVs do you like? And you kind of go down the list and you're like, oh yeah, the Nissan Leaf. They're always like, like it never gets like a ooh. It's like
the number one reason
it's
to
perfectly
buy it was,
competent.
oh, it's cheap.
Yes,
And
it's
one of the
perfectly
OGs.
competent, but there's no like enjoyment. And this one seems to actually be an enjoyable looking driving car. So
We don't know about driving
Good to have
yet.
it.
Yeah.
None of us have
Check back Friday.
read Steven's
Asterisks,
review. If this is publishing on
The 10th.
the 10th, we should have it by now. His stuff's always on time. But we do know, I mean, essentially the old Leaf was pretty small battery, pretty small range, pretty small price tag. This one looks like it's bigger battery, bigger range, but still pretty small price tag. We were looking on Nissan's website. They do have pricing up now, so that is live ahead of the review launching, starting at $29.90, which is fine. I mean, under 30K is like definitely the headline. I think what's more noteworthy is the Platinum Plus trim, the highest level trim. Even that is under 40. That starts at $38,990. I imagine once you add on a destination fee, it'll probably be right around 40 grand.
With their stated numbers, it's $21.90 on the website of destination fee.
21.
But they also
So it's a
include
big destination
They also
fee.
include in that fee destination fee, tax, and potential dealer add-ons. So we don't actually know what the destination fee.
Also, what do you mean tax? Like that's going to be different from state to state.
It says it on the website. So with that fee, the Platinum Plus gets up to $41,180.
Yeah, but honestly, even still,
But go back to the base one.
Yeah.
Yeah. The base one, because I think people are buying this on value.
Yeah,
I think
for sure.
to me the headline is less. I mean, it's certainly the price, but it'd be like price, comma range.
Yeah.
up to 300 miles of range now.
Which
on
you're not going to be. I don't think you're getting that with the.
That's not on the base.
though, because the base has a
That's not on the
52
base? Okay.
kilowatt hour pack. There is
So
a
this is
larger
with the
one
75 kilowatt hour battery.
So,
Yeah.
so you won't get 300 miles of range for 30 grand. But the fact that you
But you'll
can
get it for the
300
mid-range.
miles of range and 214 horsepower electric motor and all of the bells and whistles that come on a Platinum Plus tier,
Yeah,
the fact that that's all coming under 40K or roughly 40K,
that's impressive. Yeah,
EVs are expensive.
Yeah.
And this one seems like there's legitimate value there.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what Steven had to say.
Yeah, so
Hope it drives well.
the base, you said 52 kilowatt hour. The upgraded one is 75. 75 gets you to 303. I couldn't find where they published the range of the smaller base 52.
Neither could I.
Steven probably will have that information. So check there.
Check back.
What I find to be interesting, and tell me if this was like a new thing. So the 26, the brand new Leaf that's coming out, has SV or S Plus, SV Plus, Platinum Plus. They added a plus to all of them. However, the 25, the outgoing, has S, just S, and SV Plus, no Platinum. So they're adding a third trim, which is base or MSRP is $38,990. Previous upper cost was $36,190. The SV Plus has gotten a little bit more expensive, and now the Platinum Plus is also above that. So it's expanding the range.
but you're also getting
more options.
demonstrably more car,
Way more. Yeah.
all around.
And honestly, like, in my opinion, a much better looking car. Natalie, you've seen obviously the photos of the new one, but you remember the old Leaf.
I do.
Like, that's... What are we doing?
It wasn't ugly. It was that wasn't why you were buying it. You were
was
buying it
fun.
for the value.
I remember you calling
for
it
like
a
a get
weird
around.
little bean in your Ioniq 5 video.
It is a weird little bean.
And I just think
with
about
bug
it-
eyes.
I think about it in like Grace and
Well,
Frankie.
are you talking
with
about
that.
the first gen or the second gen? The first gen, yes, was absolutely a strange looking car. The second gen, they kind of toned it. It was
More
kind of more
boxy.
mainstream.
They're both weird.
Yeah, the first gen had that big, like, the tail, right?
Oh, yeah.
It had like
It was
a bubble butt almost.
It was like
Right?
someone had stepped on its tail and it was like,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the second gen Leaf, I don't think it looks bad. I mean,
No, it's
we're
a
calling it a
perfectly
hatchback,
like, it's
and
fine.
this new one is a crossover. I don't know if it kind of still feels hatchbacky to me, the new 26, but
Do you remember the Versa Note, which was their like subcompact
Yeah.
hatchback?
Yeah.
Which was inoffensive, but just didn't look. It looked a little like. How do you say cheap without saying cheap? It just looked like kind of budget.
it looked like a budget option.
Yeah. I feel like the best thing you could say about the second gen Leaf is basically the best thing you could say about the Versa Note. Where you're like, well, it's inoffensive. It is shaped like a car instead of an organism, which the first one.
but now we're going to a pretty sleek, compelling, I'm not going to say aspirational, but it looks more upmarket. This third gen. I mean, this is.
the tail.
I'm not
is
going to say there's a
beautiful.
lot of there because I say that a lot.
You can say it. I think
There's
it
a
fits
lot of
here.
substance there.
Yeah, the tail lights
there.
look incredible. They're like the 3D holographic
Yeah,
tail
there's
lights.
this
they're
weird.
called.
It's hard to. You should put that up. Make sure our viewers can see
Yeah.
that. There's like this odd sort of 3D effect that the headlights have. Or
It's
taillights
really
have.
sharp looking, and the
Yeah,
standard.
and it adapts Tesla's port.
Yeah,
so you can
NACS
use it's the
port.
NACS.
Big news. Still
big
front wheel
news.
drive only, so no all wheel drive options. But yeah, and the screens are a standard 12.3 inch screen, up from I think a standard 7 in the previous. So yeah, upgrades all around.
And you know what you've got.
We also
that
get
tail.
you get dual 12.3 inch screens.
Yeah,
Sorry,
thank you.
Is standard?
That's a good consideration. Yeah.
standard on the base model. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah.
You get wide space letters.
Ooh, Matt
Yeah.
loves a
Nice.
wide space
It's
letter.
just how you know a vehicle is modern and hip.
Sorry. Explain that, Matt,
It's
to the people who don't know what you're talking about.
The problem is all of these brands, they've stopped putting logos on their car,
Yep.
and instead they just spell the name of the vehicle manufacturer in these obnoxiously wide space letters. And like Range Rover did this. Land Rover did it on the Range Rover. Lexus does it. Toyota does it.
Everyone does it.
It's virtually everywhere now.
Everywhere.
Like I was driving behind a Nissan Pathfinder, another Nissan that I like quite a bit.
Yeah.
And it just says Pathfinder across the back. And I'm like,
Right now, I think you're an angry old man yelling at a cloud.
Yeah, Natalie, what do you
I'm
feel
not
about
an
this?
angry old man yelling.
that's the
at a cloud.
vibe- that's the vibe.
I'm
I'm
an
like,
angry old man yelling on a podcast.
This is like the 7th episode where this topic has been brought up, but you've been away for a while. What do you think about the wide space letters?
The wide space letters. I like them. I don't
Yeah.
think I have any strong objections
I wanna-
to the wide space.
What about the
letters.
actual Leaf in general, Natalie?
About the Leaf?
By the way, I just want to say, I think it's hilarious that you drove perhaps one of the most exciting cars you will drive in a while, the McLaren, while you were how many months pregnant?
9. It was like
Right.
a week before the baby came.
Yeah.
Which to me is
There should have been
grounds for calling
an extra
McLaren
line
back.
on the waiver or something. Be like, if you induce labor while driving McLaren, we're not responsible for any costs.
As far as we
Although I
know,
will say
all
the
safe.
suspension tuning on McLarens is sublime. So you're not
Yes.
at risk of, inducing labor by going over a bump, whereas maybe you would be in a Ferrari.
Yeah, it's more
But
about
anyway.
the speed, right?
I was thinking,
But-
I think now,
braking.
Natalie, that you have had the child, you should call McLaren back and be like, I need that car not pregnant.
But it was surprisingly
It's-
livable. Not hard to get in and out of, even being that pregnant.
That's amazing.
That's
Yeah.
surprising.
9 months pregnant. Yeah.
There was a lot that was
Okay.
great about that car.
Do you think it would be an ideal car now that you have a child?
An ideal car
Yeah.
for mom's weekend getaway? Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, you leave dad back at
like
home.
when you leave your son with your husband?
Exactly.
Yeah.
In fact, it is the ideal car, right? Because then I will just go off by myself and have some me
Yeah.
time. And you can't put a car seat. Well, I guess you could put a car seat in the front seat. I'm
Well,
not recommended.
actually not clear on what the policy is on
I don't
that.
think if you
but,
can-
There
yeah.
are no
You can't
There's
turn
no
off the
back
airbags.
seat. Yeah.
You don't need a
Yeah.
latch anchor.
you use the seatbelt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our
So
car
I
seat
learned
You
this.
gotta
On a rear facing? Do you?
Yeah,
Well, I
of
guess
course.
my
Yeah.
rear facing seat.
It has the
Parents,
option.
Yeah.
parents, you're all parents. The seatbelts are irrelevant if you can't turn off the airbags.
I was just going to say, I
front
learned
seat.
this recently that you're
The seatbelt-
legally.
that's not the issue. The seatbelt,
Yeah.
it's the airbags that will literally kill the kid.
Is it
if you've
is
got a
it
rear
state to
facing?
state, or is it a federal thing that you actually can have a car seat in the front as long as it doesn't have a front airbag,
think
or you can
that's
turn that front airbag off? So I think somebody said the Miata
state.
now you can turn off the front passenger airbag, which makes it
My
technically
solution is to drive a car so old
Yeah.
that airbags weren't
Yeah, I was
even
gonna
invented
But
yet.
it's not an issue.
Mercedes?
So I don't have that
front
issue.
airbag?
It does have a front airbag.
Ah.
Yeah.
Either way,
Working?
I've never tried
I
it.
don't know.
Well, how would you, right?
That's a good question that I don't have an answer
I
to.
think it's probably best practice to test your airbags, at least once every few years.
Okay, so Nissan Leaf. Anything to wrap up on Leaf? Because I feel like we've moved into Natalie's back.
I think we're ready.
Okay,
Yeah.
Natalie's
Natalie,
back.
you're back. Welcome.
Hi.
We're so happy. A couple minutes into the pod, you're officially we're welcoming you back. You were here for the launch of the driveway.
Yes.
And now you're here. We've grown a little bit, but we're happy to have you back.
I'm really pleased to be a part of it again. I missed you guys. I hope I don't, throw off the cadence you've got.
No.
Let's just add to
No,
it, right?
my
Let's
God,
not,
you're making it better.
It's
let's
you're
not mess
added
anything up.
Absolutely.
There was a stretch there where it was just me and Elliot.
A couple
And
episodes. Yeah.
It was off the rails.
Aw.
We had
Sounds
fun.
like fun.
We had
Yeah.
fun. We had
He
fun.
started yelling at me.
What had you said right before you pressed record?
Well,
though?
we might
It
we
was
might
deserved.
get into it again later today. Who knows? Who knows?
You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So we're talking about, you have a new addition to the family that now brings the entire crew of the driveway up to parent status.
Yes, I
What a
finally
weird way
joined
to
the
say
club.
all parents.
Yeah. I'm the
We're all
last
parents.
one.
Yeah.
We were talking combined between all of us, loose back of the napkin math, 16 years of parenting experience between the four of us.
I'm 4 months of that.
Yeah, you're 4 months. Well, I'm 8 months on the other side, plus a 4-year-old. Matt,
One.
and Dave.
1 year.
Dave is the pro here. Dave,
It's
what have
terrifying
you
that
got?
I'm the senior most parent on this conversation because
Well, you're the one prepared it for a baby at any moment.
Yeah, you're literally wearing a baby Bjorn.
I'm wearing a baby's baby Bjorn. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not even wearing a baby Bjorn.
So Dave
Thanks,
has
guys.
2 kids, and
Support the head.
fun note
know.
about Dave's and my family is Dave's second daughter and my first son, my first child, same birthday, and also fun, Natalie's only son, same birthday as me.
Yes.
So we have birthday synergy across the table
We did
here.
the math. Elliot and our kids were born within like an hour of each other, and we're on different coasts.
Yeah.
They're both Star Wars babies. May the 4th.
May the 4th.
Very cool.
Wild.
Lots of May.
Yeah.
May is the best time to have a kid.
It's an ideal birthday.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It is
I
an
will
ideal
say,
birthday.
a lot of people told me that when I was expecting
Yeah.
that, oh, you timed this so well, you're going to have the summer maternity leave.
It's perfect.
My expectations of maternity leave were a little off, largely based on that. I thought I was going to spend all this time at the Lars Anderson Auto Museum. It's really close to my house. I have.
Did somebody tell you that maternity leave was a vacation?
I just got this vague.
It sounds like a man told you that.
How was your vacation?
Somebody at this table did tell me I'd have so much time to set up the nursery after the baby was born.
No. I'm pretty sure we said your husband will have so much time to set up the nursery.
Yeah, none of us have ever been on maternity leave.
We did not say that.
We've been on paternity leave. I don't really know what maternity leave is like.
Well, and to be fair,
Yeah.
you have had so much time. Like, it's just that there's a lot that goes into that
Yes.
time.
yes.
Maybe
precisely.
we underestimated the requirements of your time.
I think my main point was focus on the changing table and the crib. Everything else, you'll have time to build.
So, Natalie, I want to know, let's bring it back to cars. Natalie, I want to know that drive home from the hospital for the first time with the child in it.
Yeah.
Describe that experience, because that's always one that like first time parents are like, oh,
Terrifying.
it's like a whole new, what was your experience? Did you drive or did your husband drive?
My husband drove. Alex drove.
Okay.
My biggest recollection of that. So we had heard from a lot of people how scary it is and how you're going to be like going 2 miles an hour.
Yep.
And really that, I think we are both pretty confident in our driving skills and in our car's safety systems. It's an Accord hybrid.
I was going to ask which of your many cars you decided to use.
The only
one
one
with
that
airbags.
The only one
Yes.
from this century.
the only
Okay.
one he's ever been in.
Yeah, front
is
seat
the
on day
Accord
3.
hybrid.
Wild.
But the biggest thing I remember was putting him in the car seat was, he screamed and screamed and
Yeah.
screamed.
And did you have to get
And
the
they're so
nurse or
tiny.
the doctor to like approve that you did it correctly?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we were having so much trouble that we called the nurse's station and said, can she come and help us? And
Bring
they
him
said, no,
Yeah.
you have to do it yourself. And then she will come and tell you what you did wrong.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah, because
Cool.
that nurse is not going to be there every time
Yeah.
you need to buckle that kid in.
Great.
Yeah.
Can I?
They're so tiny too when you put them in the car seat for the first time.
The
It's
first
like, oh my
time,
gosh.
first kid, yes, we all had that experience. Second kid, I put my daughter in the car seat, and we had them come in, and she said, "You've done this before," and I felt so good.
There you go.
I was like, "I've won. I can do this." But
that's like a badge.
it-
Yeah.
it felt good. Second,
I've done this before.
second kid
Second
is very
kid I
different
just
than
sent
first
home
kid.
in an Uber.
You took your second kid home in an Uber.
No, I'm kidding. My point is, it's second kid.
You
You're
can
like,
get
whatever. You're
You
fine.
can request Ubers with car seats.
Yeah.
It's like an extra $10 or something.
Wait, it
We've
comes
not
with the
done
car
it.
seat, or you can put your car seat
It
in
comes
it?
with
You
the
can
car
always
seat.
put
No
your own car
kidding.
seat in.
Oh, wow.
We took our car. This was before our daughter was born. We took our car to the police station in our hometown.
Oh, you did the extra check, the pre-check.
And the cops, they come out and they look at it
Yeah.
and they like tell you what you do. And they just looked at it and goes, "This is perfect."
Yeah.
Oh, another
you got the
badge.
badge right away.
That felt good.
Yeah.
Because it was like, it wasn't about the kid at that point. It was
Yeah.
like, can you watch the YouTube video on installing
Yeah.
the
We're all out in the car
Graco
with our
extend
phones.
to fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, let's for the listeners. What describe the car?
Okay.
Wait, what
Year.
car was it? What were you in?
What do we drive now that we're all parents? What are we driving our kids around in?
So ours is a 23 Accord Sport Hybrid. It's gray.
Nice.
It's that enamel gray color.
We got some Accord fans on the.
Is
on
that
the
wait?
panel.
Is that the latest body style?
No, it's the year before.
before, yeah.
The last. Okay.
Yeah.
So
It
you guys
looks
have the
great,
same
though.
gen, right?
We do, but she has the hybrid.
Sure.
Oh,
she's-
yours
she's
is
better
the
than us.
hybrid.
Well,
So.
I went. It's a nicer car than mine. I went down to drop off some stuff, and I saw it, and I didn't realize that it was that color, that really nice. What did you say? It was enamel gray.
Well, actually, that's the word I've gotten from Elliot. That like flat, non-metallic
Oh, yeah.
color enamel, but I think it's Sonic gray.
Yeah, beautiful. And I saw it. I was like,
What did I do?
Alex, your Accord is so cool. Very nice. Yeah, I also have an Accord. My wife has a Subaru Forester, which Elliot, you also drive a Subaru Forester.
Which one of our topics of conversation is: did we buy any cars because we had kids?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do that.
So I guess I'll start because we kind of led into it. I came home from the hospital the first time in a Ford Focus hatchback.
Manual.
No.
No.
My first couple Focuses.
You brought your first child home in a Ford Focus.
What did I say?
You came home from the hospital
Well, that's-
in a Ford Focus.
I guess both are true.
Elliot, they did not make the Ford Focus when you were born.
That's
I think I came home from the hospital in the Ford Escort
Hey,
hatchback.
Ford babies.
And I backed it into traffic when I was 3, but that's
Car guru. Wow.
yes.
Yeah.
So anyway,
First car I ever drove.
brought our first kid home in a Ford Focus. Car was fine, but the thing I learned quickly with having kids and car seats, especially rear-facing infant seats, is that really eats into front passenger space. So we found out pretty early that the Focus was not a comfortable place to sit because I can't put an infant behind me. I don't sit that far back, but just my general size and leg room, it didn't fit behind me. So I had to go behind my wife, and her seat had to be pretty far forward to fit our car seat. So within week 1, because my parents were there helping us, we upgraded our car to a Subaru Forester, which is a fantastic family car. And maybe we'll get into that specific stuff later.
So your first car when you had a kid was too small.
Yeah.
But Natalie, you had a point about the Honda being too big.
Yes, the
This one
Accord
surprised me.
It has a ton of legroom. So we could put the car seat behind even Alex, who's
Really?
6'2", 6'3".
Yeah, he's like a monster.
He's
Height-wise,
I thought he was
he's
taller than
tall.
I thought he was like 6'4".
Yeah, I'd give him 6'4". Like, he
I like to
presents
do
like a
that
6'4"
too.
guy.
Thank
I
you.
already was
Agreed.
6'7", personally.
Agreed.
Wild.
This is the Alex who plays for the Denver Nuggets, right?
That's right. Exactly. Yeah, so it's got, it technically a midsize, but it's got like full size legroom.
Yeah.
And actually, I now wish we had a smaller car because when I'm the one driving and there's no one else in the car and the baby's opposite, like catty corner to me, I cannot reach it. And sometimes he's screaming and I just want to jiggle it a little bit and be like, it's okay,
you have
bud.
the
You
mirror?
don't want to shake the baby. You just want to jiggle the
I just want to
seat a
jiggle
little bit.
it.
Natalie, do you have the mirror facing him so you can sort of see mirror to mirror?
Yes, that was also,
Okay.
so many people gave us mirrors. We're using the one that you gave us, which is nice and new.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
What a gesture.
I did not know that was so I can see him in the rear view. I literally thought those were like to entertain the baby until
Dual purpose.
They are entertaining.
They are, yeah. That's so funny.
You'll hit a milestone where he can see not just like his own reflection and recognize that, which is nice on its own.
That's fun. He talks to the
But,
baby in the mirror. It's really cute.
My child can now see my reflection in my rear view via her mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if
that's
she's like having a little bit of a conniption, I'll look in the mirror and like we'll make eye contact, and I'm just like,
Lock it up.
and it's like, wow, how are you? But it's like connecting lasers with mirrors, but there are eyeballs.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
So Matt gave you the mirror that you're using. I'm curious. Did he give you one with a light or just the basic one?
It doesn't have a light unless there's a
interesting.
functionality I'm missing. I didn't. Why
job,
would
Matt.
I need a light
To drive at
in the
night.
mirror?
You turn the light on so you can see the baby. You've never driven at night
but
with a
what-
child
he's
and
trying-
not be able to see
I
them?
have actually still
If he's
not
trying to
driven
sleep,
at night with
he
the
doesn't
child.
want
We
He doesn't
have
want a light
put
bulb in
him.
his face if he's trying to sleep.
We have put him in the car seat and into the car because he was having like witching hour and inconsolable.
Oh, you've done the car nap.
That does not work for my.
Yeah, we
my
never did
child.
that. We never had to do that.
But when we do that, I sit in the back seat with him and
Yeah.
Alex drives and I shush and like help with the binky and all that stuff.
You shush Alex.
You thought
I
the Focus
soothe
was
Alex.
too small. You feel like the Accord is too big.
It's a bit big.
Dave, what was your? I mean, your kids are a little older now. We're 6 and 4, but
6 and 4, yeah.
Have they been in the same car that
Oh, yeah.
whole time?
We know it's been my wife's, what does she have? A 2016, 2017 Acura RDX. So previous
RDX,
gen.
nice.
Both girls came home from the hospital in that car. We still have it. My wife works from home and we live local. So I think we've had that car 9 years. It has like 45,000 miles on it. So we never drive it. Perfect size.
Yeah.
You can reach kids, like Natalie, to your point. That's a good point. Things that you overlook as a parent. You can reach the kids in the back seat, but it's also allows for when you had rear-facing car seats, you could get them both in there, and the adults in the front seats were not super squished. I had a friend who had a couple. He had a BMW X1 and a BMW X3, and both of them they turned in before their leases were up because he and his wife were both tall.
Yeah.
And his wife was like against the dashboard when they had the rear-facing car seat. And he was like,
I mean,
this
the
is a deal
X1's
breaker. And
very
it's not
small.
something you consider when you're shopping for a car. And admittedly, the rear-facing car seat era is not forever.
It's
right?
like a year, 2 years, a year and a half?
Depends on the size of the kid,
Yeah, it
right?
depends on the
Doesn't it?
size.
But it is something
weight.
parents should consider of like, if you have a small car, that can make that front seat passenger's life pretty uncomfortable for a
Yeah.
while because it eats up so much. And I just feel like car seats are getting bigger and bigger and bigger every day. And you got to leave them in there
They're
till they're
10-year
like
propositions
17.
now.
I bought a car seat in part. Well, one, it said it was very easy to move from car to car, which
Crucial.
we will get to. But also because it said it was smaller. And I was like, well, I might have a small car on loan in a given week. So let's get the most compact one ever. It's huge. It's not only is it huge, it weighs like 30 pounds.
Yeah.
It's like, it's very easy to install, but it's like I'm lugging a sack of potatoes between the cars.
You mentioned something to Alex and me too, because right now we have baby goes in car seat goes in car,
yes.
and you were
God,
saying that
I
doesn't
love
last
those.
forever.
It does not.
I love those. Those are amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is
I missed that
like
day.
the it's like the it's a
Goes from
infant
stroller
car
to car
Yeah,
seat
it can go
to-
on a
yeah.
stroller.
There's like a
and-
base that
Right.
sits in the
Yeah,
car.
ours does that
and
too,
the-
yeah.
That's a good
and
era.
the stroller.
And then when they move
That's a
out,
great
then,
era.
then you gotta pack the baby in and get her all
Like
buckled
once
in
the
while
car
you're.
seat is
It's-
in the car
Yeah, it's
already.
over before you know it too. Like you should start
Yeah.
looking at car seats now.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. And the early days of getting the kid into the car seat. My daughter is 1 now, and like it's fine. She can't really do it herself, but like she understands it. The first days of putting her in the car seat in the car, I was like, you need to stop wiggling. Like,
Very wiggly.
We are
Well, and
completing
also-
a task here.
Very quickly, your appreciation for that which is the minivan blossoms like a beautiful tree.
Yeah.
Because suddenly this slides right out, out of your way, and in front of you at eye level or a little lower. Not you're trying to like reach under the roof of a sedan or a coupe. You're sitting upright. You don't. You're not trying to like get around a door, maybe in a tight parking spot. The seat is right there. You can slide the seat to where you need it. There's no door in the way. It's upright, and you're like, oh, this is
Now
why
I get it.
They are not cool. They have no street cred, and you don't care because the ease of life with a child in a car seat and a minivan is just.
I will say that the more parents I meet and the more parents I talk to, minivans kind of are cool among a certain circle of people. Not like our age group wide, but our age group with kids.
I mean,
Well, also, I'd love to know how many
cool.
of them have 3 kids. I feel like once you have your 3rd kid, you're like, I don't care, minivan, whatever.
Yeah.
Alex has
You
been
just-
talking about the
you have
Sienna
to-
for years. and
Okay, so let's.
not always. He's an enthusiast. He
as
just really likes it.
As a fellow Honda Accord owner, and noting your husband's height, and the fact that Accord is often street parked, Alex is going to hate putting your son in the back of the Honda Accord. You have to
Yes.
like
Yes.
invert
Yes.
them because
Yeah.
the
Yes.
door
Yep.
opening. I kind of regret it already, which will maybe lead us into what actually matters
Yeah.
when buying a kid or a car for
Yeah.
your small kids. The door opening for me is the most important thing. I want something either a minivan, nice and wide, or like I like driving my Accord a lot more than I like driving my wife's Forester.
How dare you?
But getting the kid into the Forester is so easy.
Yeah,
compared
so
to
the
Accord.
the Forester, I that is still my primary vehicle. The Forester has so much rear leg room that car seats have never been an issue, but the doors open almost 90 degrees.
That's what I was going to ask. Is it more about the height of the opening or
Both.
how much?
I think it's
Okay.
more
Keep
width.
in mind, what I have discovered, we just had the Hyundai Ioniq 9.
Yeah.
Has anyone driven
Huge
that? You guys have driven
doors.
that?
Yeah.
We've
the
got a
door-
video.
The rear doors in that thing are absolutely enormous. So in theory, you're like, cool,
Yeah.
lots of egress and ingress, right? Those are big words.
Yes, they work.
Access. However, if you're in a tight parking spot, if that door is that big, it actually makes it harder to get in because you can't open the door all the way, and then more of the door is blocked, and you're trying to get your kid into this small space, whereas a different car might have been
Yeah, I
more
mean,
easy.
realistically,
so it all
the
depends on
answer-
like where you're going to be parking. Are you in more of an urban area versus out in the boonies? That matters.
I think the answer to every question of what car should I get with a family, the answer is a minivan for like 35 different reasons. But everyone doesn't want the minivan. So, but Dave, that's such a good point because the Forester's door opens wide, but you can't always.
Which is helpful
You
in
can't always
some
do it the same.
situations. In other
Yeah.
situations, you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My daughters,
Recommendations?
we get press cars in from time to time. My daughters are borderline obsessed with minivans.
Yeah.
And I think for them, the main reason is most minivans, or nearly all minivans today, on the B pillar, so the column kind of behind the driver's door, there is now a button for the power opening doors.
Mm-hmm.
And both of our girls have figured out that they can kick that button and they can slide the doors open or closed, which when you are 4 years old, to have total control over a power sliding door is everything. And so our
Especially
girls
when you're going
beg
65
me
miles
to
an hour.
get they beg me to get a minivan in for another press car because to them that's life. That's high living.
That's when child locks come in handy. But don't
get
get yourself
those.
caught in the second or third row. If the child locks are on, because that happened to me in the
That's happened.
Navigator
You guys
a
will-
couple weeks ago.
There's
You guys
someone
also
in our
hit a
fleet that puts
stage-
them on.
You'll hit a stage where the kids get old enough to know that they can open the door. And if they're in a bad mood and they didn't want to be bolted into that car seat, they will try to open the door.
Yeah.
And what is frustrating is that now some automakers are switching the child lock not to just the little toggle,
Right.
but you actually have to pull out the physical key from the key fob and go to the door and lock it or unlock it, which to me is maddening because when that kid is spazzing out and you're trying to get the kid just to chill and to not open the door as you're pulling out, which my daughters have done, it is so annoying because you're like, I don't know where that key is right now. I don't have time. I've got to get to work. Everyone's crying in the car. Automakers, if anyone's listening, just
Everyone.
keep that latch.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
envisioning right
Including
now?
me.
What?
I'm envisioning Dave in the Ralph's parking lot, just trying to get his kids in the car.
In
And
tears.
just leaving that shopping cart wherever it
Oh,
lies.
full of food.
Dave, you
probably
always
happening.
put the shopping cart back, right? You know?
I am, and there's actually a study about this. Yes, I'm a shopping cart putter backer.
Good.
Yeah.
As we all should be. Are we kidding?
100%.
I love this because we have a hard stop on this podcast. We got about 13 minutes left, and we are like just circling.
We're
the
on
drain.
shopping carts.
Well, we are going to move.
Shopping process.
We all have
Shopping
some recommendations
Yeah.
for. Natalie has cars that she might upgrade to. I don't know if it's move into. I have plans for my next car, so we all have a couple recommendations. Matt, why don't we start with you?
Yeah,
What-
I've got
what- yeah.
I've got 3 ideas. I'm happy to run through all 3. I can do it quick if you guys want, or we can round
Do it.
robin it.
Go.
Let's round robin it
Nope,
so we
do
get a
it.
little mix.
Perfect.
Oh.
So
Let's
I'll,
round robin.
I'll start with what I think is the least surprising one on here, or the most conventional idea on here. You were talking about how minivan is the solution for all parents almost all the time. I would counter
Yeah.
just saying that minivans do an incredible job of moving people and moving their stuff. Assuming that you're driving on the road, that you know there's no like other lifestyle
Yeah.
factors
Yeah.
involved there.
Not a great off-roader.
Yeah. If you live in Vermont or where you might need something that can handle dirt roads a little better.
Sure,
I
sure.
really like the Nissan Rogue. I specifically like the Rock Creek trim for that. It's not really extra capability, but it looks a little cooler. But the Rogue, like the Ioniq 9, many of them, huge door openings, but the doors themselves aren't massive.
Okay.
So to
Nice.
Dave's point, it's
Nice.
like a very normal sized door, but it opens just about 90 degrees. And I feel like the Rogue has a good ride height, so getting the kid in and out, you're not bending down that much. Big trunk, like capable, in terms of practical space. Apparently the Tucson might be a little bit bigger in terms of trunk space, but I feel like the Tucson sits lower. So I think the Rogue, it's priced right. It's a very attainable.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
all over the place. Nissan sells a lot of Rogues. I think it's a pretty good looking car. And in terms of getting kids in and out of the back, I love it. I honestly I like my Subaru Forester.
Yeah.
We have no plans to replace it.
Yeah.
But I would look at the Rogue now that I have a kid. I would look at the Rogue more strongly than I would have in the past.
Nice. Okay, that was Matt's first. Dave,
there
we're
we
gonna
go.
We're gonna go to Dave next. Dave, what is your
if
first pick?
So it's a long list. If I'm
Yeah.
narrowing it down, there's a million different cars to suit a million different lifestyles. I think one that I think a lot of parents would suit like the broader spectrum of users is the, and I know we're gonna get some guff about its exterior styling, but
can't
it's
wait.
the Hyundai Santa Fe.
Okay.
A couple of
Okay.
things. You can get a third row seat in that, right? So if your in-laws are visiting or your own parents are visiting, you can have the kid in the middle row. You can
put
have
your
an
in-laws in the
emergency
third
third row. Yes, I put my parents in the third row. Sorry, Nana,
do it.
Papa. As I understand it, the second row, it can slide back and forth on that car. So Natalie, to your point, and it's not the only car that can, but it is vehicles of that size, crossovers of that size. Many of them, the good ones, will allow you to slide that second row closer, so then you can then attend to the kid immediately behind you.
Nice.
And I think it's a nice size. It's bigger if it's like your first kid, but it like allows you space. They're super reliable, so this car could last you well into if you decide to have a second kid. easy to live with, super safe, great warranty. To me, that's like, if you're looking for just a car for the family, not particularly expensive, you can get them in a hybrid. It ticks a lot of boxes. I think that suits the needs of a lot of people.
Looks
who are having
stupid.
kids.
It's like you're a parent.
They're
now.
growing
Get
on me.
used
I
to
saw
it,
one the
you know?
other day. There's a new kid at my daughter's preschool, and his parents have one, and I'm like, okay, they're growing on me.
Yeah,
Like
it's a
weed.
divisive design. I like the way the Santa Fe
The
looks.
inside is well laid out.
Oh, it's perfect.
The gas
Yeah.
model, it doesn't it's not going to
Yeah.
light your hair on fire. There's nothing spectacular about the driving experience. But to Dave's point,
But the livability is
great,
nice.
Great space. Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
looks stupid.
So I'm going to go now, and then we'll move on to Natalie.
Elliot's going to go now.
Well, just letting you know the flow, because you have a different kind of viewpoint. I am not a lover of 3-row SUVs for family needs at this stage. So you're never going to have
it's
more
early.
stuff than you do when they're a newborn, I think. And the
Yeah.
cars,
I hope
So much
that's
stuff.
true.
It is true.
the
Well, the
stroller-
size of everything is enormous when the kid is tiny,
Yeah.
and then it's this weird shrinkage as the kid gets bigger.
so
Until
I,
they take up lacrosse or something. Hockey.
So I have
Hockey.
I
Yeah,
have a
don't do
4-year-old
hockey.
and an almost 1-year-old, and the stroller makes a lot of 3-row SUVs not 3-row SUVs when you need a stroller. By the time they're 3, 3.5, 4, you don't need the stroller. Like we don't use the stroller for my son, but we do for my daughter. It's a totally different game. But when you're young and you need the stroller, I was in a Sorrento. I could not use the 3rd row because we had to bring our stroller. I mean, my answer is minivan. Any of the minivans, Sienna, Carnival, whatever you want.
Can we talk about minivans
I'm
super
liking the
quick? Can we go
Transit.
on a tangent? Because to me, the minivan conversation starts and ends right now in 2025, in the fall of 2025, starts and ends with the Sienna. Because I don't like the Kia, the way it's built or its handling or the kind of the drivetrain. The Honda Odyssey is expensive and old. Then the Chrysler Pacifica is a nightmare in terms of reliability. The Sienna, to me, hybrid, all-wheel drive. It's the most obviously a minivan. It doesn't try to hide it. Space for days inside. It's like you go all in. So anyway, that's just my little point of view. If anyone is listening to this, considering a minivan, you have my blessing, but I would go to Toyota first. Thoughts?
Yeah.
Why not the Carnival? What was the knock on the Carnival?
It's never quite the first version or the second. It's never quite. It just feels kind of cheap. The drivetrain feels kind of rough. It just
definitely
doesn't
agree
quite
on the
have
drivetrain.
the polish and kind of the fit and finish and the polish and the usefulness that the Toyota offers.
Yeah, I have not driven the Carnival hybrid, so I can't speak to that. I'm interested to drive that one. I love the Sienna. There's a fella on our team, Liam. Shout out Liam, who I have a photo that I particularly like of the Sienna. And whenever it's up, it's on CarGurus.com. I think it might be a 2021. It's green. There's nice fog in the background.
They have a nice screen on it.
And Liam, every time he sees it, he's just like, "Ooh, that's a nice car." I'm like, "Yeah, man."
Liam,
that's
who
the
has
Sienna."
no children and I think is not married, by the way.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
right?
Liam's
right, yeah.
like
so young
15 years
single
old.
Liam. Yeah. He's in the prime of his life and he's admiring the minivan. That's a good sign.
Natalie.
Natalie, yeah, let's go to
Oh,
Natalie's
hey.
thoughts.
Well, are we
You're
still,
here.
Are
You're
we back. Hey. Are we still getting to 3 or do I have to pick one?
No,
are
so-
we closing
well,
in
pick
on
one.
time here?
For you, the
Start with-
first
start with one.
Is there a car that you're looking to move into?
Okay, well, yes. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep it really quick, but hit 3 because I've got 3 I kind of
Great.
want to talk
Yeah.
about. So there's major identity shift going on right now, right? I'm going from being like just me and my husband, and we're
It's a
car
new
people,
world,
and
yeah.
now I'm a mom, and I don't want to just get an SUV suddenly, and that's who I am now.
Playing the trombone. But
So I'm thinking I really like the Volvo S60.
Nice.
I feel like that makes some concessions to like the parent
Wow.
identity. We've got a Volvo.
do they even make that?
Oh.
You mean just a sedan?
I love it. I think it looks so cool.
Wow.
It's like so muscular looking. Every time I see one, I'm like, ooh, look at that sharp
How
sedan.
in the world is this a family car?
As Matt said, give Alex 20 minutes trying to put a kid in that car and he'll be like, nope, take it back.
So I'm the least
It's also
experienced
pretty
parent here.
Snug in there.
I have the smallest child. But remember, I said the Accord was too much legroom, right?
True. Okay. I
For
mean,
me,
it's a delightful
for
car.
me. I sit
Okay.
closer
All
to
right.
the steering wheel than any of you guys. Also, let's
Yeah,
let's
it's
mention
true.
5'2".
I think once you stop sitting in the rear seat, once
Yeah.
you move up to the passenger seat, that's when things like that become
Okay, very fair. But
It's
I just
beautiful
really,
car. I
like
do
the
love this.
S60.
The S60,
Okay.
a car that none of us have anything negative to say about, except that it's a terrible family car.
It's a Volvo, Matt.
Safe.
It's very safe.
Safety
It's a very safe car.
becomes a paramount
Safe
thing.
Very
Yeah, no, they're great.
attractive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then we'll go. I'll say Civic. There's a hybrid version now. So if I really just wanted less legroom in my Accord hybrid, then could go Civic.
And the hatchback, you get a little more space.
True.
True.
Very
And
true.
it's so reliable, your son will take that to college.
Yeah.
True. All
Like-
true. And then I asked my husband, like, what might be on the radar for us before we got together to talk about this. He said Outback Wilderness because it's the outbackiest outback you can outback wilderness. And I do love a wagon. So
Matt has
I'd consider
opinions.
the
Okay.
Outback.
I mean, yeah, I love the Outback.
I would want like the top trim, not necessarily the wilderness personally. But
Sorry, real quick. Are we talking about the new generation that is coming out shortly?
that's not what I was picturing when he suggested
Okay.
this. I was
hope not.
picturing the previous
Good,
one, which
because
I
the new
liked.
one's weird looking. Yeah, I think, okay.
Yeah, I thought the old one was strangely elegant for
I
being-
like the Outback. My parents have an Outback, and we've put our kids in the rear seats, and there is far less space in the back of an Outback than our Forester.
Really?
I don't know if it's the packaging, if it's
Really?
if it's a little bit thinner, wider, or if it's just the seats are different.
Because my
Forester's
parents have an
specifically
Outback
talking
as
about
well.
width, though.
width.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's way
okay.
you can fit a third person like sitting in between the car seats in the Forester,
Yeah,
whereas
yes.
I couldn't comfortably do it in the Outback.
I don't know if I'm going to need to do that.
This
Well,
is
yeah,
also
future planning.
like, could be an Elliott issue.
Could be.
But I fit fine in the Forester in between two car seats. Matt, you only got to say one. Do you have two more? Do you have one more? What do you want to throw out?
I'm gonna drop one of them.
Yeah.
which was kind of a budget one. I think it's a really good looking car, decently accessible, small. But we don't
Just
have to
say
talk
it.
about it. No, it's fine.
You've
It's
talked
fine.
about it
You
now.
got
What
mad
is
at
it?
Elliot for leading up. Now you're leading up. Just say it.
I want to put out there
Oh my
a
God.
car that a lot
You're
of people
doing-
I don't think of as a family car unless you live in what we'll call the geographic majority of the country. Full-size pickup truck. Chevy Silverado, Ford F-150,
Yeah.
GMC Sierra,
Good
any
call.
of them with the crew cabs.
So much
Oh
room.
my God. I had
Yeah.
a GMC Sierra EV this past week, and getting my daughter in and out of that thing was so refreshing. They're huge. They're comfortable.
huge.
They're
you had to
easier.
like put her up.
here.
A
Yeah.
Silverado 1500
I'm
is
trying to picture
easier
doing
to
that.
maneuver than a lot of people think it's going to be. Yes, it's big, but I mean, they've been building
Well, and to
these things
and to
big
someone
for
was
so
saying
long.
that having a stroller kind of eliminates the usefulness of a third row.
Yeah.
In a full size truck, if you are not putting someone in one of the rear seats, you can flip up the
Yeah.
bottom cushion and put a full size stroller, obviously folded, behind the driver's seat, right there. Easy, ready to go, super accessible. It's not in the bed of the truck. Like that's how much space is in these trucks. That's a
Yeah.
good call. I would not have
Yeah,
thought of that.
I dig that.
Not
so
to
true,
mention, like the bed of the truck.
Right.
We went
Yeah.
to Vermont last weekend, and like the Forester was filled to the brim, and we didn't have the big stroller.
Yeah.
It's like all of that would have fit into the bed of the Sierra EV
Yeah.
without any problem, but we couldn't take that because I needed my wife to
Yeah.
drive me home from a wedding.
Sure. You got to take your chances when you get them at this point. My last recommendation is not a car, but it's an accessory. A Thule roof box, a Yakima
Yeah.
roof box.
That's great.
It changes your options.
We've been
because
talking
if you
about
can
that.
put
Well,
a
'cause
bunch of
it-
that crap up on top,
Yeah.
changes
Become
the
a
game.
duffel
Well, it
bag
also
family.
allows you to drive a smaller,
Yeah.
more fuel efficient, easier to live with, nimble car on a daily basis. And then when you head out on those road trips, you schlep that thing up there. Yeah.
You know what's
Great
a
call.
good look? A Volvo S60 with a Thule.
Do it.
You know?
Totally makes any car
Keep
look
it,
better,
keep it
in my
Swedish.
opinion.
Yeah, keep it Swedish.
There's
Keep it
somebody
Swedish.
near us who has a Honda Odyssey with a Thule, and they're the same
Well,
color.
they're serious.
Yeah.
They're both like this orange wrap, and
Put a lift kit on it.
Oh.
we turn. No, it's like slammed.
No, you lower it. You don't lift it. You lower it.
There's the opposite of a lift kit on it, and we always turn and watch it go. We're like, oh, it's starting to look pretty cool.
Oh, it's starting to look pretty cool.
Beautiful. Dave, do you have any final ones? You're the only one
I
who
said
didn't
the
get to go
Sienna
twice.
minivan. Another one just easy to live with. Hyundai Ioniq 5. Right?
Oh,
Pretty
okay.
fuel efficient. Good size inside. Easy to drive and park and all that stuff. Spacious cabin.
For sure.
Kind
You
of
know,
a wagon
affordable.
format.
It's like it sits a little higher. You're still gonna, if you're Alex is 6'4", maybe you don't have that ease of use. But I do think I know a lot of 2-kid families who have those as like a second car. Love it, use it every day. I'd consider one of those.
Perfect. Well, we've run the gamut. We've gone from a Civic up to a F-150.
Yeah.
I've introduced
With an
some
S60
terrible
in there.
options, apparently,
You'll learn.
You gotta live and learn.
for brand new parents.
Yeah.
I didn't
It's
expect
cute.
you to say,
You'll get
I have
over
an
it.
Accord, I want to go small.
I want a
didn't expect
compact
that.
luxury sedan.
Or a Honda
I
Civic.
really do. Talking about what I want here, folks.
Yeah.
The heart wants what it
Somebody
wants.
misses their 3 Series.
Yeah, that was a good
All right. Well, thank you everybody for potting this week. Natalie, thank you for coming back.
Good.
Welcome back to
Get
the
this
show,
baby off
back
me.
to the company.
Thanks
an
for
eye out for
welcoming
Yeah,
that
Natalie,
me.
we
Nissan
missed you. It's
Leaf
good to have you
review.
back.
Yeah, that Nissan Leaf from Stephen Edelstein dropping on Friday. So go to CarGurus.com. There's a tab at the top. Click research. There it is. There it is. Thank you, Stephen.
There it is.
Thank you, Matt, Natalie, and Dave.
Thank you, Elliot.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're welcome.
Thank
Hey,
you for creepy plastic baby.
This is Stella. Please call her by
You know
her
what?
name.
He wore it the whole time. You know what?
I did, and I can't feel my arms, but yeah,
That
my
gets
dedication.
a
Commitment
round
to
of
the
applause for Dave. Okay, everybody, thank you very much. We will see you
Later, folks.
next week.